another episode 4 of season 2 of Get Hype AF podcast. I am your host, Madwag Jesse Jackson, Jesse Madwag Jackson, whatever. You know who I am. Today on the show, we have a local artist, local as in from Colorado. That's where I'm from, for those of you who did not know. So we have a local artist, Mr. HtheOutlier, joining us today on the show. So, as usual, if you're seeing this, go ahead and drop a comment and share this out for everyone to join in the fun. That's exactly what I'm doing right now, in case you didn't know. You're wondering what I'm doing. So, 1 second, help me share this out, guys. The more viewers we have, the funner the show. So, let's get this going. Don't forget this little link right here. Hopefully, I'm pointing in the right spot on your side. But this is also streaming live as we speak on the same simultaneously on YouTube. I don't know why I'm saying on the same, but it is here on Facebook. And in case you are not on Facebook, we are live on YouTube right meow. So go comment and like and share and subscribe to that channel so you never miss a future podcast. And I'm 2 more seconds. We only have 2 viewers, so please, please, please tap in and share. Okay, so we got all that taken care of. And now let's quit screwing around and bring in my guest for today, Mr. H, the Outlier, or as some of you may know, Mr. Hagen James.
Hi, how's it going?
What's up? What's up? Welcome to the show. Nice to
Thanks for
meet
having
you.
me on.
For anyone or for our viewers who don't know you like I myself know you, go ahead and tell them. I already told them you're from Colorado. If you want to tell them what part of Colorado, uh, and just a little bit about yourself, really.
All right. Yeah, so I'm Hagen James Westbecker, professionally known as H the Outlier, Colorado native. Been making music forever. I started playing guitar when I was like 8. I do contemporary alternative style hip hop, and I'm based out of Colorado Springs currently, but I was born and raised in Littleton, Colorado.
Oh, nice. I actually didn't know that you were born down here in Littleton. It's my neck of
Yeah.
the woods.
Oh, really? Cool. I didn't know that.
Part of it.
Small
I'm all
world.
over, really. I kind of grew up down closer to Lakewood area, so that's my old
Nice.
stomping ground for sure.
Absolutely, I like Lakewood. It's nice. My fiance Memphis and I have been thinking about moving down towards Lakewood because it's closer to the resorts and everything. So if I want to go snowboarding, I can make more money in the cities as a sales rep than I can in the springs. So we're kind of thinking about coming back down there. Obviously, the music scene's a little bit bigger too, so it'd be kind of cool. But I'm really plugged in over here in the springs, so I got no complaints with staying here too. We don't really know.
Yeah, no, we would love to have you down here, but like you said, I know you have quite a few connections up there in the Springs where you are, and one of them is one of my favorite people in the whole wide world, and I myself would not want to leave the connection or vicinity of being able. I'm gonna name drop. I don't care if it gets me in trouble. It gets me in trouble. But I'm so jealous of you. You get to hang out quite often with my buddy Stevie Stone, so I'm
Oh yeah, yeah. I do see him once in a while. Yeah, we've definitely hung out a couple times. I ran into him in the studio once or twice. He's a cool guy for sure. Cool cat. Yeah, my
that
fiance's actually served him drinks before too. Actually, she was bartending, and Flip is one of the local artists out here too. He does a lot of shows at the Sunshine Studios with a group. And he is kind of a friend with Stevie Stone too. And they went down to the restaurant Memphis works at, and she served him a freaking drink one time. It was pretty cool.
that's actually how him and I believe that was a Stevie Stone show that you and I met, or was it?
I
I know
think it
I
was
had
Chris
gone to a
Calico.
It was the first one was Chris Calico.
Yeah,
That's
Chris
right.
Calico, because you guys helped do everything with the Earhouse productions and everything. Like, I mean, your whole street team was like part of the reason that that show popped off as big as it did. So, thanks for your investment in that.
That's right. It was no man, anything I can do. But that's right. It was he had opened up for Chris Calico in Colorado Springs, and it was honest to God mere coincidence. I think we randomly found each other on some music page. He had asked about some venues, and at that point, I only knew about a few, and I think I had recommended one that you already frequented. So that's how the conversation going, and one thing led to another. He asked me to come to his show, and because I'm about fucking hype and about going to the shows, and it happened to be a Cali show, so I fucking showed up. And ever since, I saw what he did on stage, and I've been a fan. I've seen him 2 or 3 times since.
I appreciate that a lot. I put a lot of work into my music, and you guys haven't even heard anything yet, man. Like, I mean, I not there yet. Definitely popped off a lot. That was my single I just released in July, on the 5th, I think. We were gonna release it on the 4th of July, but I literally like recorded that song within a week of the 4th of July, and then we actually put the video together like on the 4th, and we're popping fireworks off for the 4th of July. And then my video team at the time, who I just don't work with anymore, happen to be a little less professional than they should have been. But either way, my video crew at the time put it together overnight, and I was able to release it by the 5th. And that song got 40,000 views on YouTube. But that's nothing compared to what I've got, man. Like, I got a whole album I'm working on, and that was just the first release. So I'm really excited to be able to share with everybody. I've been putting a lot of time into it. All of it's my own money. I've been putting into the studio hours. I work directly with the same one of Stevie Stone's engineers. Actually, he was signed with Stevie Stone on Odyssey Records, mixed by Blitz. That's who does all the main engineering for my songs. I currently do have a lot of beats that I have licensed. I've got some exclusive work from an artist in Canada called Scythe, produced by Scythe Productions. I want to say it's Beats by Scythe. Man, I'm pretty sure it's Beats by Scythe, but he's a beast out of Canada, and his beats are just so dope. And yeah, dude, I've been really putting a lot of time into the album itself and the production of it, but the marketing is what I'm going to be focusing on here pretty soon to be able to release it. I'm thinking about sometime, hopefully May. I was thinking my dad's birthday actually, but I think that'd be a cool gift to the old man if he knew I released an album on his birthday. I thought it'd be kind of cool. So I'm thinking about doing that.
Hey, I think that's a good gift. I like doing stuff like that. So I guess that should bring me into one of my first questions before we get too further in is how long have you been doing music?
So I picked up guitar when I was 8. And I haven't looked back. I've been playing music since I was 8 years old, and I probably started writing and composing around 11 or 12, and I've been like writing songs ever since. Um, I wish I remembered all the songs I used to like I had written when I was a kid, because there's some pretty good ones, honestly. I grew up listening to like rock and roll and like metal music, and then I got into hip hop when I was about 16, 17 years old, and I've been writing ever since. And I started professionally pursuing a rap career or a hip hop career, whatever you want to call it, because I'm not really a rapper. I'm like a full on musician. Um, Soon enough, I'll be producing my own beats and everything. But I've been doing it for over a decade now because I'm 29. So I've been writing hip hop since I was 16, 17 years old.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I don't like to say it like that to brag. I just happen to have like really liked music that long, you know. When I was a little kid, I wasn't my mom didn't want me to listen to like metal, like rock music, because she was like a super devout Christian. So like I wasn't allowed to listen to like anything other than like the Christian radio station when I was like a kid. And like that fueled my excitement for music when I finally got to hear other music, you know. And when I finally heard Metallica is probably my favorite band. I don't know why. They're not even that great of a band. They're a great band and everything, but more pioneers, if you will, than like really iconic band, I guess. But they're amazing, and that was like my favorite band growing up. And I learned how to play like a dozen of their songs, and I loved every bit about music and the feelings and the vibrations you get. And I'm a super emotionally responsive person, so I think that's another reason why I like music so much, because it just resets everything when nothing works, you know?
Man, you're doing an awesome job of segueing me into my questions here. It's fantastic. So, if you did not just answer that with the last question with Metallica, other than Metallica, who is one of your biggest inspirations in music? Who
Rock
is one of
him.
your music? Who did you look up to other than Metallica?
Well, when I was younger, to be honest, the biggest rapper I listened to back when I was a kid was Tech Nine. I ain't even gonna lie. That was the first artist I was really big on. Other than Atmosphere was like my hugest influence besides early Eminem. I love this. I'm not gonna lie, I loved the song "Drug Ballad" when I first heard it by Eminem. That's still I know the words all the way to the end, just because I had a drug problem when I was 16 years old, bro. I heard that song and I was like, "This is my fucking theme song, bro." And it's terrible. It's a great song though, and I don't know, dude. He like I just like I originally got into rap because I had a drug problem, like I said, and I didn't like it when I went into rehab the first time, and I went into rehab 3 times total. And I had a counselor who would start all of our school classes in rehab with deaf poetry. Like on YouTube, he would look up deaf poetry. I watched Common, like Dead Prez, Fat Joe. There was a shit ton of like actual rappers, and then there's other artists who don't even do rap. They just do the poetry. But there's actual like Dead Prez is big, you know what I mean? They did the deaf poetry, it's like a cappella rap. That's what I started writing because of was because I found that you could do that, you know, and it was poetic and therapeutic. And then I finally showed a couple friends when I got out of rehab. I was like 17, 18 maybe. And one of my homies heard what I was writing and he was just like, "What the fuck, bro? Why aren't you like you should be doing this stuff?" Like, and I never really took him seriously. Like finally did after like COVID hit. I was like, I'm gonna fucking be a rapper, bro. I'm gonna stop wasting time, you know. I don't know. I kind of wish I had done it sooner, you know. Like I love doing it. It's awesome. But yeah, Tech Nine was my biggest. When I was younger, Tech Nine was. I've never heard anybody make music like them. Like Tech Nine collabo, strange music together. Like, bro, like Dysfunctional is one of my favorite songs ever, bro. Like Chris Calico to top on that, that's one of my favorite hooks that fool ever wrote, bro. Absolutely. One of my favorite songs that fool ever wrote. So yeah, Tech Nine was one of the biggest artists I listened to when I was young. Atmosphere, I loved Atmosphere when I was young. And nowadays
They don't get mentioned enough here on this show. They
I
really
believe
don't.
that.
I think you're the first person to bring them up, and that honestly
Really?
really surprises me. Like they're so maybe it's just this current generation or the time that we're in, but they are so
Yeah.
underrated currently
Yeah,
these
it's
days.
weird to think that they are because 'cause they're so big. Like, I mean, Atmosphere will practically sell out Red Rocks
Oh
every time
yeah.
they come. It's a group, sorry, it's not everybody always says Atmosphere like Slug is Atmosphere. Slug is Slug, and Ant is Ant, and then together they're Atmosphere. I don't know why everybody just says Atmosphere is one guy, but, I don't know, dude, Tech Nine is, like he's also a pioneer, and he's still one of the biggest he is, like, the biggest independent rapper there is. So I don't know. If anybody doesn't bring them up enough, they should be brought up more. Same with
I
Mac Miller.
agree.
That's who I listen to the most nowadays when it comes to rap is Rakim, Mac Miller, and Nipsey Hussle are my top 3 in that order.
In that order.
Yes,
Nice.
sir.
That's that's another one of my questions. So again, you're killing this show, man. It's
I haven't
like you
even
know
watched
what I'm
any of the
about to
podcasts.
say.
I'm
What's
not
my
even
next
gonna lie.
question?
I haven't even watched them. Like I literally haven't. Like I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't want to like I wanted to come in here completely fresh, so I didn't watch anything yet. That's so silly.
That's all right. That's okay. I can let you slide on that for have coming in here and giving me completely off the top the head
That's
answers
so
and not
silly,
like
bro.
preparing because a
Well,
lot of
yeah, I
people
want to
like
be
to
honest with
prepare,
you
but
guys.
I want to know the real people I'm talking to. But
Yeah.
I am gonna hound you. Go watch a few episodes and make sure you sub the channel, bro. That's all
Oh,
I
I'm
ask.
going to. You already know. I've already subbed to the channel. I just haven't watched them. I just literally
My
wanted to
man.
come in here fresh. You know what I mean? You think I didn't sub?
Absolutely.
Come on. I subscribed immediately as soon as it came
No,
out.
I believe you did. I think we swapped info right away and did
Oh, I'm
a
just trying to be funny,
Moseo
bro.
Maniac. That's for everyone else watching. Go sub the channel. Go
Yeah,
make
go
sure
hit
you're
like
following
too.
me on wherever
Share
you're
it.
watching right now. Go make sure you're following him. It's the Outlier on all social medias.
I'm on
I will
all
drop those
platforms. You can
links
put
at
me
the
on
end of the show as
Spotify.
well.
Apple Music, YouTube, everything, dude. You can find me everywhere. I'm on SoundCloud too.
That's right. So
But you
another
guys need to
question
comment on
about
her stuff too.
your music tastes here. Um, you already kind of mentioned the how music is emotionally attached to you. So what is one song that really gets your emotions going?
Music Box by Atmosphere.
Okay,
Yeah,
now
it's
same
go ahead.
question, but this time I want you to answer it with a song that you've written. What is your
Uh
most emotional song that you've done?
Either Confluence or So I've Been Trying. One of them's about like me having a problem with drugs and breaking down and like not having any real friends, and then the other one's just about how like I've finally gotten my shit together and I'm just going through so much and I'm trying, if that makes sense.
Of course.
Those are probably two of my most emotional ones.
All right. Now, this one's kind of along the same lines. Do you have a favorite song in general that you have written?
Uh that's tough, dude. Yes, but I don't even know if I can technically tell you guys yet because it's on my album that I haven't released. But yeah,
Ooh,
I do.
unreleased. All right. We can
Yeah,
get
yeah, I
behind
do.
that. So,
I do.
another reason to go check out and follow this guy right here
Yeah,
because
please
you're
do.
probably going to want to know what that's about.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. If you guys have any interest in the stuff I've got released, you're going to be really shocked by the stuff I have prepared. And the stuff I haven't even started recording yet is even better than the stuff I have recorded. Like I'm working on a three-piece album release right now. So my next 5 years is going to consist of this album. The next one is going to be an EP, and then on the fifth, out like within 1 to 3, and then 5 years total, I believe is what my plan will be. But an EP, sorry, an EP, and then a uh, another album. And I'm already working on the EP. I've already got the first album finished, and I'm really, really excited about the stuff that I've already worked on with Mixed by Blitz. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great.
So, I don't know if they're going to show up on your end, but I wanted to turn the chat comments on for a minute because we have quite a few people giving you shout outs for your sobriety over here. And I just wanted
Oh,
to
thank you. Thank you, guys. I
hopefully
got
let
5
you
years
say
now,
that.
actually. A little over 5 years now. It's my sobriety date is November 25th, 2018. And I have literally my life just keeps getting better every year. I mean, obviously everybody's life is stressful beyond belief, but yeah, it's a beautiful journey, and it's really hard to actually get sober, and it's an awesome thing. I hope every person that goes through the stuff we go through gets the chance to experience life as it's supposed to be, because I had no idea how horribly clutched into and like just stuck on substances I was until I stopped and started taking my life seriously. Now I take vitamins and I do yoga and I fucking kettlebell workouts and snowboarding, and I love being in the trees up at like 10,000 feet. Dude, I tell you what, like that is the most fun white powder you'll ever experience up on those fucking mountains, dude. Like I never thought I'd be addicted to another white powder, but here I am bragging about snowboarding, bro. It's the most fun thing I've ever experienced in my whole life.
No joke, man. I'm not kidding. You make those videos that you share, you look like you're having so much fun and uh sad. Here it comes. Full disclosure. Colorado born and raised. I've never been skiing or snowboarding and
It's
you
okay,
make it
dude.
look so
I'm
much fun. I'm so jealous.
I'm almost 30. I didn't go till last year, and the only reason I did is because I finally had some money in my pocket and I didn't have anything else to do. And I was like, you know what? We're gonna go snowboarding. I just got a hair at my ass. You know what I mean? Like, just go one day.
Shit.
If you
Well,
save up,
damn, for only doing that for a year, man, your
yeah,
videos
this is my
look
second
like
season.
yeah,
Thank you.
you look like you've been
Um,
out there doing that your whole life.
if you go and you get a save up for this rest, because the season is basically already in the peak right now, so it's expensive. If you save up until next year, it's only like just under $400 total for a Keystone Plus pass. They do monthly payment plans, so you could pay like $47, I think is what it is, for like 9 months, and then you can have the pass. It gets you into Keystone for unlimited access for the whole season, and then you get Breckenridge during the spring, so you can actually get an extra month or two on the hill. when Breckenridge is open for spring skiing, and then get all your gear used. And if you save up like whenever you can, I mean, I know it sounds silly, but like get an envelope and put 20 bucks in it every time you get any money, and like it's pretty crazy how fast you can stack up cash. And that's what I did, honestly, to buy my gear, because I was still paycheck to paycheck at the time, but I had the extra money. I found out they did payment plans, and I decided I was going to do it because I've always wanted to snowboard too, and I'm a native, and it just felt like it was weird that I hadn't gone yet, so I understand you completely.
Well, thank you for making me feel better that you
Yeah,
barely started last year and I'm not
I
like,
got made fun of by kids in the city because they're like, oh, ha, ha, like I've been snowboarding since I was 8. I'm like, I'm almost 30 and now I'm finally doing it. Like,
whatever. Them kitty says, them kitty, blah, 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 blah. City kids don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're
it
dumb.
cracks me up though.
Like them. Okay.
Thanks for all the
Um,
comments, Q guys. I saw a bunch of them popping up while I was talking. It means a lot. Thanks. And congratulations to everybody with your years. And even just having 24 hours of sobriety that's the hardest thing to do. So congratulations on any person's sobriety.
it is. That's right. And again, like he said, shout out and congratulations to every single one of you who I saw in the comments, shouting out your dates, and especially to you, H, because that's fantastic. And I hope you absolutely just continue your recovery in the future and you just kill this music game because I want
Thanks.
that for you. I really
I
do.
hope so too. I would really like to. It would be really cool. Something I've
So
literally wanted to be a rock star since I was 8. I never wanted to be a cowboy. I never wanted to be an astronaut. I literally only wanted to be a rock star. So I'm trying really hard.
I think you're going to get there for sure. So
Thanks.
one of my questions is I think you have an extremely interesting stage name. So why don't you tell us how you, I don't know, came up or decided to stick with H the Outlier? Because I love that.
Absolutely. So I can tell you that part of it is because just like any other rappers, you want to stay relevant. There's like Macklemore, Mac Lethal, Mac Miller. There's like 3 or 4 different white dudes named Mac something, like the baby, and then like Lil Baby. I don't even understand why, but they're both basically the same name, and one of them is definitely a little more talented and interesting than the other. I'm not gonna lie, but they are clever enough to have names that are relevant. There's no white dudes with "the" in their names. There's Chance the Rapper, Snow the Product. There's a couple other dudes with "the" in their name, but there's no. I don't think there's any white dudes with "the" in their name. So I decided I was going to take "the" and do it and use it. And so Hagen is kind of a unique name, and honestly, I could probably just be Hagen James if I really wanted to, but I wanted to be unique, and I feel like I've always been a nomad of sorts. And the reason that I decided that I was going to be the outlier is because of the defining term of the word outlier. And the reason I look so weird is because I'm Googling it on my freaking laptop really quick. Because I don't know it off the top of my head. As much as of a memory person we are with rappers, you think I've memorized it by now. I've said it so many times. It's a person or thing situated or detached. Sorry, a person or thing situated away or detached from the main body or system. A person or thing differing from all other members of a particular group or set. Now, that felt like I literally could be just on the synonyms right there. Hagen could just be right there because I never had any real group. I was never in one clique. I was never in one circle. I always moved around. I never had one group of friends, and I've still consistently stuck to that. I've never been in one group, and I've always just kind of been on the outskirts, and it's kind of weird. I never thought about it like that until I started realizing how much closer the bonds are with some of their friends than I have. And it's not even like anything's wrong with that. It's just that my ass is weird, and I am introverted, and I'm also extroverted. Like, I'm really good at talking to people, but I fucking don't want to sometimes. And I don't know, dude. I go through a lot of stuff. Like, I get depressed. I get really like down. I don't want to talk to anybody. I stay home. I just watch TV and do video games. And I'm really antisocial at the same time as being social. And I think that that's really the only reason that my relationships are lacking, is just because I didn't hang out with everybody as much as everybody did with each other. And yeah, but I always just felt like the outlier. And so I thought that that was a good defining term. And that's a relatable term for a lot of people, dude. There's a lot of people that don't feel like they're part of a group, sect or segment, and that's why I picked that name, because I'm unique, and I'm on the outskirts. Always have been.
I love and I respect that, and God, I feel that in my soul. Like everything you said, like you're real. You're real. That's all there is to it. You have good days and you have bad days. We all do. And the thing that sets you and I apart, at least I can speak for, is that I don't think we're ashamed to show the world that, you know what, I have a bad day and I don't know if
Yeah,
it's
bro.
the
It's
same for
really
you. I can't
it's
speak
not
for you,
healthy to
but for
bottle that
me,
shit up.
when I'm making a negative post or I'm bitching on Facebook, it's because, I don't, you may think I have a big group of people, but when my honey's at work, I'm alone. I need someone to talk to, a release, and unfortunately, that's you poor people on Facebook. But I don't feel bad about it because I am a human being and I have feelings and that's what I feel. And those are my emotions and I'm going
Yep.
to keep it real with you. I'm not going to
Yep.
pretend like I wake up every single day with rainbows and butterflies shooting out of my ass. I'm going to tell you what's up and I'm going to tell you what I think. It's up to you guys if you want to be offended or off put by anything that I say. And I feel like you're the same way. You're just
Yeah.
genuine with it. Like, here's what it is. I don't give a fuck what you think, you know, and I
Yeah.
respect that out of you.
I respect it too. Thank you. I appreciate that. I respect that about you too, because honestly, like everybody has bad days. We're all going through a bunch of shit, and nobody ever like wants to say it. I'm like, I get it. Like we would all be sad if we were all sad all the time, but we could just all be honest about the fact that we're having a bad day and recognize that because sometimes people just are, and I don't know, dude. Life is just difficult. That's why I make music. It makes me feel better.
No, I get exactly where you're coming from on that. So let me think my questions here. My questions are on my phone and I'm streaming from my phone. I had
Dude, I
technical
understand.
difficulties before setup, so I'm trying to remember offhand. You'd think after like 20 some episodes of this I would know, but I guess I don't. Oh, have you had the opportunity to perform outside of state yet?
Not yet. No.
Not yet. Have you performed at more than one venue?
Yeah, so I'm planning to probably hop on some tours once I get a little bit more money put together. Because usually for tours, to hop on tours with people, you usually have to pay to be able to be with them. That's just kind of how it works. That's typically how touring goes when you start. Um, so my goal is to do smaller shows for the next year or two, and then save up the money from those smaller shows to be able to do one of the bigger ones and go multi-state, and then continue to like do that, churn the wheel. Once we as artists get our publishing rights gone and set up, and if you have beats you own the rights to, and you own the rights to your own music, that's really all you need is that. You need to get the music out there, have people play it, listen to it, and continue to listen to it. And so I'm really more worried about marketing and promotion. I'm not as worried about getting out of Colorado, because if I don't have the rights to my songs and people aren't playing them, then there's no point in me leaving the state yet. So my goal right now is to establish myself. I've gotten published. I have an LLC now doing business as HtheOutlier with Uplifted Enterprise. That's actually going to probably be my I want to actually do Boxtown Records. I think Boxtown sounds way cooler. I'm not gonna lie. It's funny because everybody says the Box State, and I thought Boxtown, but I never thought box because Colorado's a box. If that makes sense, I just thought box because of Matchbox cars. That popped into my head, and Boxtown popped into my head. I never thought about it being Colorado, a box state, but it makes perfect sense if you say Boxtown Records. So that's actually what I think I'm going to name my record label. Um, Hopefully, I just have to like have the money to set it all up. But right now, I have Uplifted Enterprise LLC doing business as HC Outlier, and then I'm published. I've got my copywriting, so basically everything's lined up to where if I actually do blow up, I'll get paid for it. That's what really matters. So I want to get out of state, but I'm not going to rush it. And once I get the money to be able to go out of state, I will be soon, hopefully in the next year or two. Within 5 years for sure. Like, I'll definitely be out of state before the 5-year plan is over, if that makes sense.
That was another one of my questions, was a 5-year plan. So There's that. If you had the opportunity to go and perform and headline any venue anywhere without any anything stopping you, where would you go?
Mm, somewhere probably I don't know. I don't. It wouldn't be in America. Somewhere in another country. I don't even care where, dude. My goal for me to feel like I accomplished something as a musician is to be able to like tour in Europe, in other countries, and paid for by my music, and make money off of it. To come home, make a living, and travel, and have it all be paid for by this, just by my talent. That's I don't even care if I get big. Like it would be really cool to play like Madison Square Garden. I'm not gonna lie. And for Colorado's terms, I know it sounds like I should really want to play Red Rocks. I get that that's like the big. I want to play the Mission fucking Ballroom, bro. That place is so freaking sweet. Have you ever been to the Mission Ballroom?
Haven't
You
been to
need to
Mission
go to the
Ballroom.
Mission Ballroom. The tickets are not terribly priced, and because they run through AXS, there's still fees out the wazoo. But my fiance and I went for $100 total to see Beats Antique, and if you have not seen them yet, Balkan Bump, Balkan, Balkan. I swear to God, I'm the biggest fan out of Colorado. I could be wrong. There's probably a lot bigger fans. That dude is an absolute godsend to the music scene right now. You need to look him up. He's a gift. He's an absolute gift. He writes every single bit of his own music. He has two other performers that he pays, and we've been following him around ever since we saw him steal the show from Grammatic at Red Rocks. So my top shelf goal for Colorado is to get to the Mission. I know it's not the biggest venue. I don't care if I play the biggest venue. I just
Hey
want to
man,
get
your
paid to
goals are
play.
your goals.
And
That's
the mission is fucking sweet, dude. It's such a cool venue. They hold like 4,000 people. Like it's a big venue, but the sound system is dope. The lighting is dope. I would love to play the mission. It'd be so cool.
that. Yeah. Okay. Now
But yeah,
you
Madison Square
definitely got me
Garden.
wanting to go see a show now.
Look
I
them up.
can't
They're
believe I
doing
haven't
shows.
been there, and if I have, it's
I
totally
can't
worth
either,
it.
bro. I just finally went myself. They've been around for like 4 or 5 years at least. I feel the same way, bro. You and I are totally alike. It's okay. I literally finally went there literally just a couple nights ago. I've never been there before. It's like I feel you, bro. I don't have money for frivolous things. Sometimes concerts are frivolous to me. Like I can't always
That is my
go.
frivolous thing, no joke. That's the one thing we get to enjoy in life for the last 3 months. That's the
Yeah.
only thing we get to do.
Yeah, but
I'm
like it's
actually
so
gonna head all the
expensive to
way
be
out.
alive.
I'm gonna take my first venture all the way out to Trinidad and perform at a new venue in the Well next Saturday. So that's gonna be fun.
Nice. That'll be cool.
Be
I
interesting,
never
that's for
I
sure.
haven't actually been to Trinidad before. I heard they have a cool skate park.
I have a cool friend who makes awesome skateboards, and you can get one designed by Artsy Fartsy just because you brought that up.
Oh, that's pretty
Little
cool,
shout out
actually.
there. Look up Hopsquatch Skateboards.
That's pretty
But
sweet. I will.
let's see. I You brought up your wife, so feel free to decline any of these questions. I have a few couple questions. Is she involved with your music career at all?
Oh yeah, yeah. She does like almost all the videos that like the last recap that you guys saw. She recorded with my camera that she actually bought me as a gift. All of my snowboarding videos are because of her. Every single one of them, except for the GoPro ones. There's I haven't been able to get the GoPro to work as well because it keeps freezing. I get snow on it and then it just freezes. It's my fault. It's my fault. I got it in the wrong spot. I got to find a better place to mount it. But I have a camera that she bought me so I could literally do snowboarding videos to get my music out there. That was the whole reason that I got the camera to do the snowboard. I don't even care about the snowboarding part. Well, I do. I love snowboarding. But the reason I'm trying to make the videos is so I can put my music out there and get people to hear it and maybe gain some virality on the songs. Because there's a million people that watch snowboarding videos, bro. There's a lot. Maybe not a million, but there's a lot.
Oh, I'm sure it's a
And
million.
there's probably a million. Either way, she is the most invested in my music career, besides her dad and my dad. Those are the only other two people that are as invested as she is.
So if you're not allowed to say this, just look at me like am a three-headed monster. But you had mentioned to me about possibly being sponsored. So if you want to tell people where to find you on Instagram and help you do that, you don't have to name drop if you don't want to. But if you want
Yeah.
to tell them where to find you and how to help you achieve that goal on Instagram, please do so.
Oh, yeah, so I'm trying well, I don't know for sure. They're following me on Instagram now, and I don't know for sure if I'm gonna get sponsored or not. I'm a second-year writer, and my video content isn't as substantial, I guess. I mean, I just watched them put out some videos of people they wanted people to vote for, and I just wasn't on there, and I saw some of the other drops that some of the other videos, and I was like, "The shit I dropped was better than that." Like, I don't know why they're in there, but that's the way it is, so hopefully they pick me, but either way, if you guys follow my Instagram, it's at @HTHE, it's all undercase because you can't put capitals on Instagram for some reason, capital letters aren't allowed. So it's capital or sorry, it's the at symbol HTHE and then underscore outlier. So HTHE underscore outlier. That's all. And then just go and like and comment and share on my snowboarding, particularly videos, any of my videos snowboarding, and just say, wow, this is dope. Like, are you sponsored or something? I don't know. Like, it doesn't really matter right now. I want to get more followers, more content, more attention on the content so I can get more people who aren't followers to look at it. The biggest thing that people as followers can do for you is honestly commenting, liking, sharing is the biggest one though. Like, I cannot stress how helpful sharing our stuff means. I mean, like, literally, if I share it by myself, the only people that are going to see it are people I might know and my friends. If my friends share it, then people they may know and their friends, and then if their friends share it, who I don't know might share it. That you know how helpful that is. It's intrinsic in our ability to make it in the social media world. And as a musician, the social media platform is basically what's running it right now. That's what's helping people gain their virality. That's what's helping people get famous is or helping their music even get heard. I wouldn't say getting fame. I would actually just say that they're to help them actually get listeners. Cause like I said, as soon as my music comes out and I have publishing, you listening to it is what helps me make money. So like play my shit on YouTube, share it, make a video out of it, remix it. Oh my God, I would literally give you the biggest hug if you remixed one of my songs, bro. I swear to God. Do it. Make a video. Release it with my music, please.
Watch me, bro. Watch me.
I swear to
But
God, bro.
on
I don't know
that
why people
note,
don't do it more. It's so silly.
but yes, no, on that note, everyone watching, like this video, go like videos. And as he said, I cannot stress enough, it costs $0, $0
It takes like two
to hit the
seconds.
share button and to go stream some music.
You could just
Unless
share
you're
it
on a
on, even
paying
if you
app,
just
and
share it on
even then,
Facebook.
go to YouTube.
Yeah, it takes like 2 seconds. Take a YouTube video and share it on Facebook. That would be big. Go to TikTok and share one of our videos to YouTube or to share it to your Instagram story or something, like or make a video and look the music up. You can find my stuff on Instagram, you can find it on Facebook. If you go to Reels and you hit add music, my stuff's in there. So you don't even have to record it with the music playing. You can literally add the music to the video. And that also adds to my catalog on the internet and it extends my reach. Because right now a lot of the tags are just me posting my own videos.
Yeah. So it's just it's little things like that that you, the viewers, the fans, the watchers, anyone can do just to
Yep.
tap a share button. Like that is the
Yeah.
easiest thing and it helps all of us so much. You really have no idea. It's as simple as a share.
I think I'd
And
actually rather take 10 dedicated followers online that posted and shared consistently than I would 10 consistent concert goers because the concerts only pay me a little bit. Like the long term, the social media platform is going to be where it comes from. That's what's really going to keep me in the game.
exactly. There's a line from a song, and I don't know if you are a fan of ICP or heard of them, but they literally say, I would trade 100 million mainstream fans for 100 real fans
Yeah.
because those are the ones that matter.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm fans with them. I like that. I know exactly what song you're talking about.
So, um, do you have a favorite current song right now? Not all time, because I know that's like impossible for anyone to answer. But what is your current favorite song as of right now?
I don't know if I can say favorite song as easily as I could say favorite album, and I would say that my favorite album is right now and for the last like 3 or 4 years has been "Swimming" by Mac Miller. I can't turn it off. It's like the only thing I don't skip on Spotify when it comes on. Um, yeah, it's like one of the most beautiful albums I've ever heard in rap ever, and almost every song is made real. It's not just like beats. He used real instruments on both of his last two albums. You could just tell. It's awesome.
Back to the you and the wifey aspect. Do you
Yeah.
guys have any little ones?
No, we have a cat and a dog though. Fur babies.
Is that something you guys may see in your future?
No, not kids. No, absolutely
No?
not. No, thanks.
That's all right. They're not for everyone.
No,
I
they're
get that
not.
too.
Absolutely not. And I don't think everybody needs to have kids too. Like, there's so many that could be adopted right now that like, why keep having them? But that's a
Amen
whole
to
different
that.
topic for a whole different day.
Yeah, no, amen to that for sure.
Yeah, I don't even know where
So,
my nearest adoption center is. Like, you know exactly where the dumb friends leagues are for pets. I don't know where to get a kid. It's kind of
wow,
weird.
you know, that's
You'd think they would market themselves a little bit better if they wanted kids to be picked up. I don't get it. It's weird. The whole situation's really strange in America.
no, you're absolutely right. You know,
Yeah,
you're
it's really
absolutely
strange.
right. Everybody knows where their local pet shelter is or where to go get a cat or a dog, but I bet you
I don't know a single
90%
person who's
have
ever
no
known where an
clue how
orphanage is.
to adopt a child.
Now, where do you even find an orphanage unless you start looking them up? Yeah, I don't, it's weird. It just seems weird.
It is. No, I totally agree with you. I've never even thought of it in that
Yeah,
aspect, and that's
Shout out to Daniel Tosh. That was the comedian. He made a big old joke about that. That's where I got that point. I'm not gonna lie, that wasn't organic. I didn't make that up.
so this is the part of the show where I beg any of my watchers to come in here. If you guys have any questions, please drop any questions that you might have for HtheOutlier or myself if you want just any questions. And this is where I give you the floor and let you pick the topic and let you just discuss anything that you find relevant or want to touch base on. Or if you want to just selfishly promote, I don't care. This is your section of the show.
Oh man. Well, I won't be able to see the questions. I'm only seeing comments here and there when they pop up. I don't always see them. When you try to share it, I just saw no comments here. So if somebody asks, you'll have to tell me. Um, I don't know what to say. I don't know. You're putting me on the spot. So I'm like I said, I'm working on an album. I need everybody and their brother to manifest the fact that I hopefully got a job. I just had an interview right before this. I was working for Verizon, and the company. Do I have any other artists that I want to work with? Uh, yeah, I really want to work with actually Balkan Bump. If I could really pick anybody, he's not like ginormously huge. He's big enough to play places like the Mission, but he's still opening somewhat. So I might be able to catch the guy before he gets so big that he's expensive. I really want to work with Balkan Bump. The guy's music is beautiful. I want his trumpets on my fucking beats, dude, so badly. I really want to work with Break Science too. They're an EDM, not EDM. They are like break beats, but dubstep and live music. Like they drum and they produce and they do all of it on stage, and they're freaking amazing. And they're two dudes who moved, I believe, from Seattle. They might have, no, I want to say New York, and they came here, and now they're based in Denver, dude. Break Science is based in Denver. It's so cool, and I don't know how much they want to charge to work with them, but if I could afford it, hopefully with this new job I'll be able to, because that's what I really want to do, dude. Like I've already got my whole first album done. Okay, the second one, the EP, it's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nuts, dude. It is. Thank you for the wish. I hope I get to work with these guys. But NDP out here in Colorado Springs, I also would really like to work with. We've talked about it a couple times. And then I got a buddy named Mason down in Littleton who wants to work with me. I'm planning to collab with. Honestly, like I am like J. Cole when it comes to collaboration, bro. Like that's just me saying yes to another meal ticket. Like I'm happy to work with anybody. Like I'm trying to get my stuff out there. Like if there's anybody who's actually got a music platform and they actually want to expand their reach, let's drop a song together, bro. I'm ready to go any day of the week. I could freestyle, I could write, I got stuff on my phone, I got projects, I had beats ready to go too. Like I could play songs on my guitar. I could play the piano a little bit, I could play the drums a little bit. Man, let's just make some music and just have some fun and put it on SoundCloud. I don't even care. But like honestly, making friends is like how musicians get bigger, you know. So I would love to collab with anybody. Uh,
Right on.
did
So
you get
I
you
know of personally, I'm going to shout out a few names because I think you, because I didn't realize that you were into the EDM and that kind of stuff too. So I am going to link you up with my producer, Monkey Sounds, because I think you guys could do some pretty cool shit because he is like you and can make rock beats, he can make rap beats, and he can make fucking techno, EDM, like you name it. He's
yeah
all over the board. And he doesn't quite do what you are talking about with your guys live on stage. He doesn't do that, but I know for a fact that he could.
yeah
So you two need to link up, and I also know that from the playlist that I had, the Hype as Fuck playlist, that is a street streaming playlist team thing that I was trying to do. One of my buddies, uh, Malex, is very interested in working with you. He absolutely loved your sound, and I know I have
really
a couple other artists on there who heard your shit from that playlist and were inboxing me. So
that's
after the
tight,
show, I'm
dude.
gonna send you some links to some people.
Yeah, please do, dude. I'm definitely trying to collab. That just gives me more opportunity for other people to hear my stuff. Like I have a Spotify platform. It literally says also featured on right there. So if somebody wants to drop a song with me on there, then it's like right there. Um, I'm not really charging a whole lot, like 50 bucks, 50 bucks for a feature, honestly. I'm not charging too much, dude. I really just, I'm honestly like, if somebody's got a big enough platform, we could just drop some shit together and pay for the studio time. Like, I'm pretty early on my career, bro. Like I want to get my stuff out there. Like I'm not gonna be one of those people who just upcharges the shit out of my work. Like I want to make a living off of my music, and if I have publishing rights, then I don't need to charge motherfuckers for my stuff. So, 50 bucks, you know, and we have to go in on studio time. So, because it's I'm gonna have to pay for the studio time if you guys don't want to pitch on it. Or if we work together in a studio, then it's different. But if you have a studio and we just do some shit together, I'd probably still want to get it mastered. I'm really trying to be as professional as humanly possible. If you look into anything with music, it really all matters about how you say it, how it comes off, how it's mastered. Russ is really big on that. Like if your stuff doesn't sound professional, then that's part of the issues with independent rappers is that we don't put our stuff as out there as it should be the right way. And so that's part of the reason I was really happy I met Mix by Blitz, dude. The guy is just a master at work when he goes behind the computer screen. He just knows what he's doing. I've worked crowds with 1,000 people already. I actually opened for Baby Bash, and then Too Short was the headliner. I got to hit the Bash blaster behind the stage, like in a hotel. His dude was like blasting weed into people's mouths, like it was fucking sweet, dude. I got pictures of backstage with those fools, and and it was like 1,000 people. It was in the hotel Flotel concerts they do in Denver at the like the Hyatt or something like that. I can't remember what hotel it is. But it's on like Bellevue. It's in Denver Tech Center. And dude, it was the biggest show I ever did. I'm not gonna lie. 1,000 people totals. I think it was 800 sold out, but they have probably like a couple hundred people. I would say it was like 8 to 1,000. I could be wrong. I don't want to sound like I'm upselling that, but either way, um, oh my god, the sound man told me that my stuff sounded amazing, and he didn't have to do anything except adjust my microphones. That's what my engineer brings to the table. So if I could just randomly like tangent off of what we were just talking about, I'd say if there was any advice I could give to any artists, um, dude, make make it worth your time to release the stuff like that. I can't stress it enough. Like Caskey's working on an album right now. He's a really big prominent indie rapper who's white, you know what I mean. There's not a lot of white dudes in the rap game that are any good right now, so I'm going to point him out because I gotta pay homage to the dude. But he's put like 75K into his album release of his own money. It's not cheap, dude. Like I've spent 5,000 at least on my album release, and I don't even got no followers right now. Unless I Spotify playlist my shit, I got like 15 people listening. But I also have a lot of people listening on Facebook. I got a lot of people listening on YouTube. I got a lot of people listening on TikTok. I also have Apple Music once in a while. I got people hearing it on SoundCloud. I have social media. There's so many opportunities for people to hear it. And if the stuff doesn't sound good, nobody's going to want to listen to it anyways. And that's the biggest thing. You know what I mean? It's like having production value when you release stuff because you're just kind of hurting yourself if you don't.
Yeah, absolutely true. And because it's part of my job here, I have to just kind of one more time just say shout out to Mixed by Blitz and Team Odyssey.
Hell
So
yeah, bro. Shout out to Odyssey Records, man, for sure. Absolutely. It's an honor working with such a talented engineer, man. And Mixed by Blitz is a beast. And shout out to Black Pegasus too, man. I would not be as plugged into the Colorado Springs music scene if I didn't work with that guy. If you guys ever want to do shows down in the Colorado Springs area, you can get a hold of me. I can help you get a hold of Black Pegasus. But that seriously, if you've ever seen his post and you thought it might not be worth doing, it is. It totally is. I haven't
and
been
it's
to a better
awesome.
prod. I haven't worked with a better team. I have not worked with a better team. There might be dudes who pay you better. There might be venues who bring a bigger crowd, but I have a wireless microphone to perform on with a real lighting setup, smoke and everything, bro. All the smoke and mirrors that a headliner gets, and I still get paid over $100 every time I perform, as long as I sell my tickets, and I get to experience that real performance. It's not like performing at a bar. Man, I can't thank those guys enough for letting us come to Sunshine Studios and do that. Same with the Black Sheep too, both amazing venues. Considerably help you gain followers you need organically. Teach you. Please do, dude. Shoosh. Please do, James. I'm interested. Please, Hagen James. It's HaganJames. That's my name on Facebook. Hagen James. Add me. Send me your information. We can talk right after this, man. I'm really trying to gain my reach and grow my followers. I've started to get pretty good followers on Instagram and TikTok, but even my Facebook, I'm still under 500 on my Facebook page, which is just crazy because I post a lot. So yeah, if you
Yeah.
have any advice, man, I'm open to it. I need organic promotional information for sure.
Well, and that's one of the hardest things to come by. I mean, we're in the same boat, except unfortunately I don't have, and this is nothing against anybody working for me. You know who you are. Please don't be offended, but I don't have like I don't have the marketing. I don't have the I love my producer. This is the part I'm struggling with. Please don't be offended because I know you're watching, dude. I fucking love you, but I don't have the Mid by Blitz. I don't have the opportunity for, putting out hundreds of dollars and
Oh,
put my money, to buy these curators and put me on playlists and promote my music that way we
yeah, it
do.
sucks. I can't
So
either. The only
it's
reason I have
all,
Blitz is because I buy 4 hour packages. They do me a discount if I buy 4 hours at a time. So I
and
can't
yeah,
afford the
man.
hourly.
I mean,
Studio time's expensive,
you
dude.
said it. The shit
Studio time is
is
expensive. You have to
expensive.
have a job. You have to have a job of some sort, and it sucks. That's why I'm not. That's why my album might get pushed out because I don't have a job right now myself. I just lost mine. Verizon just cut me off for no reason. Just a crappy company. That's all. Not Verizon. Cellular sales. Sorry, Verizon's great. I actually really like the company. They have a great business model. Cellular sales sucks. Sorry about that.
So, my buddy Scott, I seen him. He's in the comments. If you're still watching, hopefully you heard me a little bit before. Um, you guys should connect. He's the producer I was talking about. So, Scott, hit this guy up. I think you guys could make some cool shit together. I think you guys would like the flow. He's Colorado, and yeah, just connect. I'll send you guys links. I just seen you show up in the comments, so I wanted to reiterate that real quick. For sure, for sure. Right on, man. Um, again, this guy right here, this is who I'm talking about. This is my producer. His name is
That
Scott. On Facebook, he's Kizaru. And on social media platforms where he shows
I'm
off
on
his
my phone
beats,
too,
it's
so I can't
Monkey
look it up.
Sounds.
I'm on
So
my phone too right now, so I can't look it up right this second. So you'll have to send me the information,
yeah,
please.
I'll do. I can handle all that
But
backstage. So I only have two more questions for you. My
okay.
next one is, I know you got me on this one because you've been hyped this whole freaking show. So this is going to be one of my favorite questions to ask you. I already know. But I need you to answer this question hype as fuck, okay? What is your most favorite fan interaction that you've had? Have
Oh
you had
man,
one of
okay.
those?
Yeah, honestly, that would be like the last concert I did actually. There was a kiddo, and he ended up backstage before Black Pegasus' set, but he was like freaking out like when I started playing, and like I was literally like vibing off of that kid's energy the entire set. Like he was like jumping up and down every time I got really close to him. He was like getting all excited and throwing his hands up. It was like he was watching a pro on stage, and I just felt like a freaking rock star because of it. Like I don't know the kid's name, but I did autograph his backpack. I gave him a HtheOutlier backpack and threw an autograph on there, and he was just like, "What, dude? Thank you so much!" Like he was like behind stage watching Big Mac perform before Black Pegasus came on. It was I performed, and then I think there was one more group before after me, and then there was Big Mac, and then Black Pegasus. So I was like in the later part of the night, but the kid was just so exuberant while I was playing the entire time. Like his and there were a few other people that were really vibing with my set that night, but I have never had anybody that hyped about my stuff before. Like I had the whole crowd screaming a couple times, but like this kid was just out of the ordinary. You know what I mean? It was super exciting.
That's
I hope that kid comes back and sees me again. I really do. I hope I get to see him again.
that is awesome. Is that the toy dry show that you did
Yeah, yeah, the
for
food and toy
Christmas?
drive we did on the 16th of December. Yeah, we had a whole table full of toys and food. Dude, it was crazy. There was a Squirtle I really wanted to try to take, but I couldn't steal from a kid. There's no way I could do that, you know. Such a sweet squirrel. I was so jealous of that kid, man. Oh gosh, it was this giant plush Squirtle, bro. But yeah, I think we had like we probably had like 200 people. I think 200 people probably showed up to that show. And I was really blessed that a bunch of them were in the venue when I performed too. Like I keep getting blessed when it comes to that. I maybe people like the music, or maybe they're just all happen to be inside when I perform. I don't know what it is, but I had a pretty decent sized crowd for that show, and I'm always thankful for that for sure.
Absolutely. I freaking, like I said, I've got the opportunity to see you perform, and it's definitely, I don't think they're just happy to be inside. I think they're happy to see you.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm thinking about possibly doing a show up at Sunshine in March, but I haven't decided yet. So you'll have to keep you guys posted on that.
For sure. Um, well, I am down to my last question. It's the infamous question of the show. What is your favorite dinosaur?
Uh, I used to really like the Spinosaurus, but I think I like pterodactyls or velociraptors, to be honest. It's a tie between those two. I'm really bad at picking singles. I can't do favorites. I'm not good at it. I like too many things. Like when somebody says, it's kind of funny when this is my only weird tangent. I'm sorry to go off, but like when somebody ever asks me what my biggest influence is in music, to be honest, everything is. Like the shit I don't like is an influence. The stuff I do like is an influence. I've never actually considered anything an influence directly because if I didn't like something, it influenced me just as big as stuff that didn't. So I feel really stoic when somebody asks me for my favorites because it could change. I constantly am ever growing. But yeah, to be honest, I think velociraptors, as soon as I said pterodactyls, my brain got mad at me. So I think velociraptors are my favorite.
Right on, right on. Well, maybe.
Thank you so much for having me on here, dude. I appreciate it. It's really an honor. I'm really happy to be a part of it.
Oh, thank you for coming on the show. And as always, you are welcome on the show anytime. All you got to do is just hit me up and you can come back on my show. We can chit chat anytime about
Sick.
anything. It does not have to be music. I mean,
Yeah,
You're
dude, if you
always
have
welcome
anything you
here.
want to talk about, like you should start doing like topics that we all discuss every month or something, like political ones or like I mean honestly, like I can't imagine. I could literally go off on any tangent I wanted to right now if you started talking about the freaking things going on in America and the rest of the country. Like you got a podcast, like if you want me back on here too, like I promise you I'm happy to come on here. Like I really do appreciate that a lot. Like I'm thinking about getting a podcast myself. Like I have so much crap to say. Sometimes the music doesn't do it.
No, I feel you. And on that note, I am more than happy to do something like that with you as well. Wifey and I are definitely broadening our horizons on the YouTube. So besides this podcast, we have a couple other things we're working on behind the scenes. And if you want to get into something, I don't know if I'd want to do a hype podcast political wise because
Yeah, you
I
might
just
piss
don't
some
like
people
getting
off.
into that. But if you and I want to do that on a separate thing and put that on YouTube, I am so down for that. And like I said, any other topic, any other time, we can come on here and bullshit for hours. I'm always down for that, man.
Yeah, right. I could
Anytime.
literally just watch YouTube videos. We could do reactions. I really don't care, bro. I just like
I got some of
being
those
on the
too, man.
platform with you. So thank you so much
Hell
for the
yes.
opportunity. I appreciate it a lot. Anybody who is interested in following for the last chance, it's capital. If you look it up anywhere, it's capital H. It's all one word, capital H, lowercase THE. So the word the, and then capital O, lowercase UTLIER. So the outlier. And it's basically that everywhere. And I even have a website. If you want to go there, you can find my stuff. But I'm still building it myself. Being an independent artist is kind of tough. You're basically your own A&R rep, your own marketer, your own publicist, and your own website designer. You're your own writer, composer, all of it. So it's kind of difficult putting all your eggs into different baskets. But yeah, the Outlier is the name. Hagen James is on Facebook. And thank you guys for any interest. I hope I gained a couple fans from this.
I sure hope you did too. That's the main goal here. At least that's my goal. For anyone I ever have on the show, I hope anyone watching knows this. If you are watching and you're not following my guests, what the heck is wrong with you? Okay? What the heck is wrong with you? The Outlier. Hopefully that's popping up on the screen. I don't
It
know.
is. I see it.
All right. So there's the handle right there on all social platforms. Thank you again for being on the show. I
Thank you.
absolutely had a great freaking time, dude. Um, anything else you want to say before we pop off?
I'm hyped.
I'm hyped too, man. It was a great show. Thank you so much.
Thank you too. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Okay.
You too, and good luck on the job interview.
Thank you. I hope I got it. Thank you so much. Take it easy.
Later. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. As always, I absolutely love you guys for tuning in. You guys are all my favorite. Blah blah blah, stuff. Go follow, stream, share, and subscribe to my YouTube, guys. We got a lot more content coming up on there with me and Wifey together. So sub my channel and sub hers. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that is Let's Talk Ghost with Sunray, and that is at YouTube at Sunray89. So go sub both of those channels. Stay tuned for a bunch more content. And I got another episode of Get Hype AF coming up tomorrow at 2 o'clock with brand new guest of the season, Hectic. So one last time, thank you guys for watching and stay hype as fuck.